Good morning, I'm Leslie Stewart and you're watching Terra at Home, and we are on location this morning on Brand Street in Burlington at Stir Kitchens, and we're here with the owner, Laura Bilechuk. Thank you so much for being with us. When you're back kitchen, where we like to cook sometimes when we're not at the Terra kitchen, and we thought since it is a kitchen store, it'd be kind of cool to have you on the show and talk about some of sort of your more popular gadgets. And of course, you know, Christmas just a month ago, and you know, maybe what you saw was what people were looking for.
Good. Well, thanks for coming out to visit us and that. We have a few things here, just a selection of probably our most popular items. This is our Le Creuset cookware.
Oh, it's wonderful, isn't it?
It is. It's a beautiful product. It's made in France. Every time they make this piece, they actually break the mold. So they...
Really?
Yes.
They do? I didn't know that. That's why it's so expensive.
Yes.
But it's worth it.
It is, it is. And it's an item that you can use on your stovetop or in the oven, so it has that versatility.
So it's that Dutch oven kind of thing.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah.
Although the French never
want to call it a Dutch oven. It's a French oven.
Exactly. And it has a lifetime warranty on the piece. And you know, if you're ever going to start with a piece, this would be probably the size, because you can do your soups and your stews and your risotto, and again, going from your stovetop, so you can sear things on a high heat, and then you can put it into the oven.
And it's such a great gift. I mean, if someone's getting married, someone would really appreciate this.
Oh,
I mean, I know you're getting into a higher price point, but it's really one of those gifts that you know someone is going to use.
Absolutely. Right?
So that's a good, I can see people wanting to buy that one. All right, so what's next on the list?
Good. Every chef or cook, at-home cook, needs a good knife. So we don't necessarily sell any sets at the store. What we do suggest that everyone starts out with is a good chef's knife. So this is the Mac Chef's knife. This is our most popular knife. And there's, again, other knives that go along with it in the series. It's made in Japan, and it keeps a really great edge on it. So you should only be getting this sharpened once a year.
Okay.
It has these gratin edges on it, which stops the food from sticking.
Right.
So again, if you're looking for something that's durability and one good piece to get started with, this would be the knife.
And I think sometimes people underestimate the value of having a good knife in your kitchen, or a good set of knives in your kitchen. It really is important. And I know that sometimes when people go to other people's homes and they're cooking in their kitchens, they panic because somebody's basically cutting with a butter knife and they're trying to cut vegetables, and so it really helps. Even if you lack in technique, if you have a good knife, you can do wonders.
It makes all the difference in the world. It really is just an extension of your hand, and we encourage our customers to come back to the kitchen studio here, and we always have vegetables on hand, and we get them to try different knives. Okay,
that's a great idea. Very good idea. Okay, and this was another hot seller for you.
This was a very big hot seller. This is our Emile Henry pizza stone, and it is made in France, and it's made of burgundy clay, so it can go actually on your stovetop or in the oven, or you can take it out to the barbecue. So this has been one of our most popular items in the last few months, and they've introduced the newest pizza stone that's rectangular. So we have this one, and then there's another version.
Because you are seeing a lot of people trying to do multitasking with their barbecues as well. So being able to put this on the grill and make whether it's a sort of a savory pizza or a fruit type pizza, you can do that and safely, and that's a great idea.
They can also, the other thing is you can do your croissants or chicken fingers. Again, it's a multi-purpose piece, and you can do any of your baked goods on top of this,
which is also a good thing as well. I find a lot of times in the kitchen you end up buying a lot of gadgets and then you don't even know where to put them. So having something that is versatile, then you don't have to buy one thing for every single thing you're doing. Okay, so that's good. All right, and this is always a good item.
Okay, this is our V slicer. So this is basically a version of the mandolin.
Right.
It does 10 different cuts. So again, it's a great tool if you're doing large volumes of lettuce or carrots or coleslaw. You can julienne and you can slice. So again, this one is made in Germany, and it's dishwasher safe. And
oh, that's great.
It's a great little tool.
Okay. So that's good. I mean, and that's again, it's giving somebody the options of chopping things up without having to do everything by hand.
Yes, absolutely.
Right?
Again, it saves a lot of time in the kitchen, which is what you want to do. You just want to get in, you want to get out.
Okay. All right. And again, this is always a good item to have, the thermometer.
This is a cook's best tool. It makes all the difference in the world. This actual thermometer is a dual thermometer. You can check your oven temperature with it, or again, you can leave it in the oven, which I think is an important part of having it.
Can't.
Absolutely. And you can take this again out to your barbecue if you like.
Okay. All right, very good. And of course, having a good pan on hand.
Yes, this is our Swiss diamond pan, and this is a pan that is made in Switzerland. Again, has a lifetime warranty on it, and it's oven safe up to 500 degrees, even the handle. You just can't do any broiling with it.
Okay.
So again, beautiful piece and a lifetime warranty on it, and it actually has been certified. There's no PFOAs are released in the product.
Okay.
So there's no chemicals, no Teflon.
Because at certain pans at a certain heat do start to release those chemicals. And people are starting to become more aware of that. It's just getting a little bit scary out there with some of that. So that's, again, a higher price point, but worth it.
It is.
You know, because again, this is one that's going to last you, right?
Yes,
for a long,
absolutely.
long time. You treat it well and...
Yeah, it's a lovely pan. And you can get the lid to go with it, and there's other pieces in the series too.
Okay, so one thing I want to talk about, because we're back here in the kitchen, you do cooking classes back here.
We sure
so tell me a little bit about those.
Well, our adult classes, we have our weekday classes that run every Thursday night, and the odd Friday night we have some classes booked in.
That's fun.
And we have chefs from all around the region, and each class is a demonstration class, so the chef prepares everything in front of you.
Okay.
And it's a full course meal, so you have your appetizer, your entree, and your dessert. And you get the recipes to take with you. And you can ask any cooking related questions. So it can be
very social, very interactive and casual.
Yeah.
And everyone just kind of has a good old time. That'd be a really good thing to do with some girlfriends or your husband or wife, or just to get together.
We get a huge mix of people. We have individuals that come, and we'll pair them up at a table with other people. So it's a nice evening out.
Okay, now how can people find more information about
this? They can go call us at the store.
Okay.
Or they can go to Stir Kitchen Store website and check out our schedule there.
Okay, great. And of course you have lots of great items in the store, so people can come in, browse the store, do the cooking classes, and I mean lots of great options from tea towels to hosting gifts and just hosting from home. I noticed you have run the whole gamut when it comes to baking supplies and everything, right?
Yes.
Okay.
We have a wide range of products to choose from, and we're always looking for new innovative products to bring into the store.
Very good. Okay, located right here on Brant Street in Burlington, and again it's called Stir Kitchens, and it's right in the cute little downtown core here of Burlington, so come visit you guys.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to come back right after the quick break, and we're going to be cooking with Chef Rachel right here in this kitchen. We're making a really fun dish, so you want to stay tuned. Please stay with us.
Come and explore the new TERRA, where color lives.
AM 900 CHML is giving you more news when you want it most. Non-stop news weekday mornings 5 till 9, weekday afternoons 3 to 6, with weather and traffic on the 9s. Hear about it first from AM 900 CHML, Hamilton's news talk leader.
Welcome back to TERRA at Home. We are back at Stir Kitchens on Brant Street in Burlington, and you're here with Luca Vitali, and you are our Tuscan native. Been in the country for how long now?
It's going to be 4 years in March.
Wonderful. Yes. Why did you come here?
Well, that's a long story. I don't think we have the time.
Okay, that's another day.
But anyway, yes.
I think most of us are all just trying to get to Tuscany. But what you did was you brought a little bit of Tuscany to us, and you have your own business down in Grimsby.
Yes.
But the name of your business is?
I co-owned a business which is called Casa Toscana, and it's based in Grimsby on Main Street, and it's a very little store.
Yeah, a little tiny store.
Yes.
But one thing that you've brought, or two things, is balsamic and olive oils from your country here, and now Stir Kitchens is also carrying them as well. And tell us why they're so special.
Absolutely. And basically, the olive oil is coming actually from my farm, and both my farm, my parents, and my brother. We have two farms which are in the heart of Tuscany, in the Chianti region. One is in Radda in Chianti, the other one is in Panzano in Chianti. Yeah. And on top of making wine, we do also wonderful, healthy, organic olive oil.
And that's the thing, is olive oil is very healthy, and we were talking about all the wonderful benefits of olive oil, and I think a lot of Mediterranean European people really understand how healthy it is. We're just kind of getting it over here.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it will take me a very long time to just list all the benefits, the healthy benefits of olive oil. I'll just talk about two very briefly. One is cholesterol. Cholesterol, good olive oil, extra virgin olive oil fights the bad cholesterol, creating the good cholesterol. And the second one is a wonderful anti-aging. No wonder why a lot of cosmetic products are made out of extra virgin olive oil. Yes,
absolutely, we do see that. So let's talk about the olive oils themselves. You actually have three different types here right now, and I mean, obviously it ties in with the process and why they are certain colors and certain flavoring.
Exactly. So basically, the harvest period, it's a window that goes on for 2 months, just because we have so many olive trees and we have to pick them all by hand.
Right.
So when we start picking in at the beginning of November, the olives are pretty green and unripe, and they give a certain product, a certain olive oil, which has a little a bite. It's stronger. It has a bitter aftertaste, which is the one we prefer in Tuscany.
Well, sure, because it actually, I mean, some people have olive oils and you can barely taste them, right? Which some people are fine with, but I know I like to put a good piece of yummy bread in olive oil that you can really get a full flavor from.
Absolutely, and these olive oils are made for that. Right. I always say to our customers, dipping, dressing, and drizzling.
Right. So you don't want to be overcooking these. You don't want to be cooking these. You want to just be using them fresh.
That's very important. You know, if you heat olive oil over 30 degrees Celsius, you are going to kill all the nutrients. So all the healthy benefits are gone. So why would you like to do that? You know?
Right.
You can use a normal olive oil for cooking, and just leave this
keep the good stuff
for finishing.
Well, when someone comes to either your store or Stir Kitchens, and you actually have these glass bottles here, and you can fill them up, and they're reusable, so you can just bring them back.
Absolutely, they come, they fill the bottle. Actually, we fill the bottle for them, but you know, they basically buy a bottle and they choose the product that they like, and we get to fill it up, and they get to come back and refill the. I will actually show you how we do it.
Okay.
Like here we have a tank of the olive oil, and this is what I'm filling is a liter bottle, and so this we fill liter bottles, we fill half-liter bottles, which you can see right here behind the tank. We fill also smaller bottles. It depends.
Well, it's such a great idea, and I mean, for yourself or for a gift, it's a great idea to do, right, for somebody, and I like the idea of being able to bring the bottle back. It's good for the environment.
Yes, very
and it looks nice.
Recycling, it looks very nice. Now, the best would be the dark bottle, because you know olive oil is very sensible to light.
Right. I was wondering about that, the sensitivity to light. And so technically, if you're going to be keeping it around and not consuming it in a very short period of time, you prefer the darker bottle.
You have to keep it in a darker bottle, or if you keep it like for example, this is a special bottle for olive oil, which comes from Italy, and it's made to stay not to stay on the kitchen counter.
Right.
You just keep it inside your pantry, and or you know in a dark spot, and you pull it out whenever you want to. You need to use the olive oil.
Okay, now before we run out of time, we also have to touch on the fact that you have beautiful balsamics, which a lot of times these go hand in hand. So it's kind of nice. People like to have a good olive oil and a good balsamic.
Exactly.
So tell me a little about your balsamic.
And the balsamic is coming. We don't produce the balsamic, but we actually bring it in, taking it from a very small producer in Modena. Modena is the town of balsamic.
Right.
Yes, in Italy. But of course, there's good and bad balsamic.
Yes.
There's a big difference between traditional balsamic vinegar and the normal balsamic vinegar. What we carry is traditional balsamic vinegar.
Okay.
Traditional balsamic vinegar is made only with grape juice, nothing else.
So no added sugars.
There's no sugar, there's no caramel, there's nothing. The sugar, the sweetness is coming just from the natural sugars.
So now someone's not going to be able to tell that from looking at it though, right? So you have to just know that you're getting a good source.
Absolutely.
Right? So you have, these are your balsamics?
Yes, we're right now we are actually filling up bottles with 1, 3, 5 years old and a 9 years old.
Wow, okay.
And what we do the same thing. We do the small bottles. And you know what? I will just put a little bit of the 3 years old and hand it to you so you can tell me what you think about.
Oh, that's nice.
You can feel the sweetness.
I was going to say that's a nice sweetness though. It's not coming from sugar.
Exactly. And you know, the balsamic from when it's younger, the acidity is pretty high and the sweetness is lower because it's more liquid. You know, grape juice is made mostly out of rainwater, you know. So, and then it reduces itself in the years, during the years, in the barrels.
So by 9 years you're getting...
By 9 years you're getting really, really, really thick stuff and pretty sweet, and the acidity goes down so that you can actually put a 5 years or a 9 years. You can drizzle it also on fruit salad, strawberries, ice cream.
Yes, because you're getting to that level of sweetness that it's a good mix, a good match. Wonderful. Now we should just to remind people, your website is?
Our website is www.casatoscana.ca.
Okay.
And you can go on our website and see also what we're doing. We're doing a lot of other stuff.
They do trips to Tuscany.
Exactly,
so
we do.
That's a whole other day. So you go on the website, check it out, casatoscana.com and .ca, casatoscana.ca, and get all the information on these trips as well. And again, a nice little visit. But again, you can come to Stir here as well and get your olive oils and balsamics. Thank you so much, Luca. We appreciate it.
Leslie, for having
we could talk to you for hours. All right, more Terra at home. We're actually going to be in the kitchen next.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Come and explore the new Terra, where color lives.
Welcome back to Terra at Home. So we are, yes, in the Stir kitchen here on Brand Street, and we're back with Chef Rachel. And you decided to come up with a really kind of an easy go-to recipe. Really anyone can make, even during the week on a kind of a busy night. But it tastes good, and it looks impressive.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I love this recipe at home because, it's easy on a weeknight. It's healthy. Now we're back into the new year, and you know, we're getting back into our healthy eating.
Yes, we're trying to sustain this as we move into February and March and keep that whole healthy thing going, right?
Myself, at least.
Sure.
Okay, so this is a rice pilaf with some sautéed shrimp. Shrimp Scampi, I call it.
Okay.
So we're going to start with our broth. So pilaf is a word that basically just means rice cooked in a flavored broth.
Okay.
Usually with other vegetables, maybe meats, right? There's a lot of different variations, but this is what I'm going to call it.
Okay. So what kind of broth do you have?
This is a chicken broth that I'm using.
Okay.
So bring this to a boil with a little bit of butter and some salt. So as you can see, it's there already. Turn it down to medium.
Television, we make this happen.
Yes. And I'm just going to add my rice in now. This will take about 5 minutes or so, okay?
So you're mentioning you're just using a quick cooked brown rice right now. So that's easy. That's helpful for people because sometimes, you know, if you use one of the other rices, sometimes you have to cook for an hour, right?
Right.
So
yeah, this I find very easy and and good. So we'll just stir that in there.
Okay.
Put the lid back on, and we'll just let that simmer for about 5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. So after that time, we'll take it off the heat. We'll let it rest for another 5 minutes. Fluff it up with a fork, and you're ready to go.
That's
so fast. Basically, in the time that we cook the rice, we can have everything else ready as well.
So nice heated pan.
Yeah, pan is on like a medium to high heat, a little bit of oil. I have some peppers. So I like to use red and yellow just for the color and the presentation.
That's the thing. I mean, color's good, but and it also is healthy too, right? They tell you to get you're supposed to be getting all the brightly colored vegetables in your diet. So there you go.
Okay, so we'll start by sautéing those. Now if you dice them up small, they won't take very long to sauté. A little bit of oil, maybe we can add a bit of butter in there as well.
This is when you need a sous chef at home. Do you come to our homes and just do all of the prep work?
Yes, of course.
Actually, at that point, you might as well just make it for us. So I figure. Just hide you in the closet and bring you out once in a while.
Maybe a little bit of garlic in there as well, but we're going to save the rest of this garlic for the shrimp later.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so let that saute for a second. And then I have some mushrooms, so I like to use cremini mushrooms. They're my favorite. Some green peas. There's a little bit of butter in there, as you can see. And then green onions. We're going to add the green onions in at the end. I don't really want to cook these because, you know, they'll get too soft. So we'll kind of toss those in at the end.
Okay.
So let the pepper saute for a minute or so. Then we can add in the rest of our vegetables. Now in this dish, I mean, you can add anything that you like. This is my favorite combination.
Well, that's the thing. That's what's good about something like this. When you're throwing in a lot of different vegetables, you can kind of do the, hey, what do I have in my kitchen, my fridge right now, and kind of just go through the fridge and pull out, you know, any color peppers that you have, and you know, basically any vegetable you want to throw in there will work. Right. Essentially, right?
Yeah. So it's yeah. I mean, it's good in that kind of way because you can use up, you know, leftovers that you have in the fridge.
Okay.
So basically, all of these just need to cook for a couple minutes. You want to get them nice and soft because once they come out of this pan, they're going in with the rice.
Okay.
So add the green peas. These are actually just frozen peas. Again, for a little bit of color.
Yeah, I was going to say, but the color is great. Like, it looks really, really good. And again, as we know, we do eat with our eyes first. I mean, when it's first on that plate, we're looking at that. We want to, if it's all bland and colorless, then we're not going to really be interested, right?
Right.
So that looks nice.
Okay, so I'll just keep those on there for another minute or so.
Okay.
Just while we talk about the shrimp, give that a little bit more time to cook down before we do the shrimp. Yeah. So I mean, these are just 2125 shrimps is what they're called. So that number just refers to the number of shrimp that you're going to get per pound.
Oh.
Right? So if you go to the grocery store, you buy a bag of shrimp, it says 21.25 or 31.40. You know that that's the number of shrimp that's in a pound. So if you have a 1 pound bag, you're going to get that many.
Deshelled and deveined?
Okay, so these I bought, they were already deveined.
Okay.
So deveined just means that the back of the shrimp there,
that's open and that little cord part running up the back is
exactly. And not every shrimp will have something in there that needs to come out, but if it's not deveined already, you just take a little paring knife. It'll be a black kind of stringy type substance almost, and you can just pull it out.
Okay.
So these were deveined already, but they were shelled. So I took all the shells off. I did leave the tail on though.
Okay, so as a chef, I have a question. Why do chefs leave the tails on? Is it for appearance?
Yes.
That's what it is?
Strictly appearance.
Okay.
Strictly presentation.
Because
so
I'm thinking sometimes, you know, I've got it in my dish, and sometimes, you know, depending on what kind of sauce it is, you're getting in there, and especially if you're in a really nice restaurant, and you just don't want to be, and you cut it, you're supposed to cut them off, right? You're not supposed to be picking it up and getting your fingers all dirty.
Yeah, no, whatever you prefer, I think. Sometimes I just, you know, grab them at the end and pull it off, or you can cut it off.
Sure.
Typically when I'm at home, I take the shells off.
Right, and the tails, and just don't worry about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
It makes eating it a lot easier. But just for this purpose today, we're going to leave them on.
She wants to make it look pretty.
It looks nice.
All right, I've always wondered that. I figured it was just for appearance purposes. So.
Yes, so you're exactly right. So what I'm going to do is a shrimp scampi, I call it, and then scampi is a type of cooking that refers to garlic, butter, white wine, basically parsley and lemon.
Okay.
So we're going to transfer this into this bowl. All
right.
And we're going to get the shrimp started.
Okay.
So this is all nice and cooked there. Perfect.
And so basically, you're just going to
into the same pan. I'm going to add about a tablespoon or so of butter. Get that back on high. Oh, might as well just add it all in there.
Going with all the butter.
Let me check my rice.
Okay.
It's looking good. I think that's almost done.
All right, so we're running out of time, so you got to make this magically happen.
Okay. So we got the butter. We got the garlic.
Okay.
A little bit of chili flakes.
Just a little bit.
Just a tiny bit.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
see, I'm taking it away on her. Okay.
Get that going, and then we'll add in the shrimp.
Okay.
And basically, these take about a minute or so per side. They're very fast. You don't want them to be their kind of gray color anymore. You want them to be all pink.
So once they go pink,
Yeah, then basically they're done. We're going to put in a little bit of parsley, some lemon,
Okay.
and they're done. They're going to go right on top.
in your lovely white wine. Wonderful.
Simple.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll come back and we'll finish off the dish and just sort of recap for you and make it look all pretty. We'll be back in just a bit.
Come and explore the new Terra, where color lives.
AM 900 CHML is giving you more news when you want it most. Non-stop news weekday mornings 5 till 9, weekday afternoons 3 to 6, with weather and traffic on the 9s. Hear about it first from AM 900 CHML, Hamilton's news talk leader.
Welcome back to Terra at Home. We're back with Chef Rachel at Stir Kitchens in Burlington, and we're just finishing up our recipe. So again, you've actually combined now the rice with all the vegetables that you sauteed.
Yes, yeah, exactly. And at the end, I just added in that green onion that we chopped up.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and mix it all together. So that's the rice to go on the bottom of the plate.
Okay.
Yeah, so before we left, we were cooking the shrimp. I had just added in the wine, and basically they just took a minute or two, a little bit of lemon juice, and just kind of put it on a boil for a minute or so, and the sauce kind of reduces there. You don't want it to be really liquidy and saucy.
No,
to
so
go
it's
on the
really
rice.
kind of condensed down, and, and again, the shrimp cooks so quickly. That's what's great about it, right?
Yeah.
So it's once you get this going, it's pretty straightforward, right? And probably the most time-consuming part of the recipe is just chopping up the vegetables.
Yeah, exactly.
That's good.
Exactly.
All right, so you're dressing it up.
Sprinkle it with a little bit of our chopped parsley,
Oh, it smells good.
and then we're ready to serve.
Okay.
So this is something that you can, you could do this on its own as well, or put it on top of pasta. It doesn't have to be on top of rice. But yeah, the shrimp on its own is a great dish. Even as just an appetizer or something, with some fresh bread to dip in that extra sauce there.
Oh, okay. So let's serve it up and show how pretty it looks. And of course, as we had in our segment just before this one, we were talking to Luca and his, of course, wonderful olive oils and balsamics. So we're actually using a little bit of the mild version of his olive oil right now. And you're actually going to just drizzle a little bit on top, which he was suggesting, just using it on fresh without necessarily cooking with it, even though we cooked with a little bit too. And it just gives it some nice flavor, right? So basically, in Italy, they use olive oil with pretty much everything, so that's what you can do too.
Yeah, why not? It's nice in this dish too because of the rice. It just kind of makes it a little moist and not so dry. So maybe 4 to 5 shrimps per
And
dish.
of course, you can find Chef Rachel's recipes online, terragreenhouses.com. You can always have access to this. That way you can get the whole recipe right there in front of you, because obviously with TV we have to rush you. But again, it's just a nice, easy recipe for any time with guests. It looks pretty, and I'll let you do the honors.
Thank you.
And again, hopefully you'll join us, of course, every Saturday morning at 5 a.m. And again, you can always log on to our website and check out the show. Thanks for joining us here today. And again, at Stir Kitchens, we'd like to thank them as well. Laura, thank you so much for sharing your kitchen with us here on Brant Street in Burlington. That's it for now.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chef Rachel.
Thanks.
Come and explore the new Terra, where color lives.